Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in a heavy that I've actually grown on quite a bit in enjoyment, this being the VZ55, the Tier 10 Czechoslovakian heavy. It's a vehicle that features a very nice alpha of 470 damage per shot. It features a decently interesting combat stabilization mechanic. It also has an incredibly strong upper plate, good turret armor, but to balance it out, very bad reverse at only 13, pretty poor lower plate, pretty bad side armor, and while its traverse is very good on certain terrains, especially hard terrain, on medium and soft terrain, which is, you know, dirt, sand, normal stuff apart from pavement, the vehicle turns pretty dang slow. In general, the VZ is a tank that I've actually started to like a lot, and the major reason I've been playing it a lot is because the 5A is, in my opinion, getting nerfed next update. The 5A is losing its armor on the upper plate. It didn't have much to begin with, but it's losing what it did have. It's also going to be getting a turret armor nerf, and the alpha is going to be going from 460 to 440, while the vehicle gets literally no buff and penetration. It's actually really disappointing. Wargaming also stated that they're nerfing the dispersion of the 5A. I don't really know what Wargaming's doing here. I don't know if they think they're actually buffing the tank, but they're clearly not. They're just ruining what I think was an incredibly fun and engaging vehicle. So because of that, I've been playing in the VZ, because next update, this vehicle's getting buffed. It's getting a bit more DPM, a bit more traverse speed, and even more premium pen. One of the major disadvantages the 5A has over this is the premium pen. It's one of the only things that I really just hate Wargaming for never fixing about the 5A. This tank has 346 millimeters of APCR pen with Kali, which is a crazy good amount when you actually think about it. That is enough to butter through literally anything. E100 turret, no problem. This vehicle also has very, very deadly HE, which is crazy good. So because of that, I've actually been enjoying this tank a lot lately. The gun is fairly accurate, and it hits really hard, and these are all things that I obviously look for in a heavy. So we're going to see if we can get any more damage out this battle. Chieftain's gotten a couple bounces, which is obviously good. We got the K91 in the back, and unfortunately, it just missed and hit the only spot it couldn't pen. But that's fine. We can just chill here for now. Doesn't look like anything's really going to roll off to our side. And if they do, that's when we'll get a nice shot out. So K91 still chilling back there. The gun is nice, but it definitely has some downsides, and we can see those downsides right now. Its accuracy is not really treating me all too kind. Now we can see the enemy WZ-111-14 is rolling off to our side over here, and unforb. The good news is we can basically just hold this without having to worry too much. We obviously have really good armor, and while we may not have a crazy amount of DPM, the gun hits hard enough that we can warrant off any people that might want to mess with us. I could try and hash this guy, which we're going to do. There you go. But unfortunately, you can see this vehicle also has a very weak hatch to shoot at. So we get one nice shot out. Okay, not too bad. We also got the E4 showing me his rear, but I'm not going to worry about that. Get another nice shot into the enemy WZ, and now we back on up. Now again, this vehicle's reverse speed is really, really bad, and it's definitely one of the major disadvantages this tank has. Oh, that was also really, really annoying, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to get an HE pen, obviously, into that rear E4, because that's a lot of damage right there. Unfortunately, my gun did not really like me. Alright, well, let's see. We got the WZ right here. E4 just shot. I was kind of hoping he'd back up, but it's not the tank that's actually letting me down right now. Like, that's just RNG. T92E1's off to my side. Now, I might get hatched here, but at the end of the day, I'm just going to drive right over. I've been screwed enough by Wargaming in this battle already that I'm sick and I'm tired, so I'm just going to drive right over. Sure, I'll probably bleed a little bit. I'm going to try and angle, but my guess is, yeah, it's not going to matter all too much. But it's not going to matter for him either, as we get a nice APCR shell finishing him off. T92E1 shot my teammate, as we can see, so just like that, we're going to get behind this T110E4. We're going to load in a high explosive shell, and we're going to bonk this guy for a massive 648. Oh, yeah. Again, this vehicle, it hits really hard. And obviously, that feels incredibly nice when you're actually able to get the gun to work. So even though this battle definitely had some irritating moments going for it, where my gun decided to troll me on the WZ-111-14's hatch, and yeah, it missed an HE on the rear of the E4, which was pretty easy. We've still been able to deal upwards of 3,500-ish damage, which is a very respectable amount, and we're going to win. We've also been able to get some decent bounces here and there. I would say my favorite thing about the VZ55 is the upper plate. This vehicle's upper plate is impervious, and it's like crazy good thick. It's insane, and it's definitely the strong point that I really enjoy about the vehicle. Being able to just get crazy bounces like anything, even a Ho-Ri, is just ridiculously good. So let's see if we're able to get a shell into the 92E1. He was right here, not sure if he still is. There he is, and oh yeah, 654 roll into his tank right there. Again, just showcasing that insane HE alpha the vehicle sits at, which is just so nice. So T92E1 finishes off my teammate, and just like that, we're going to try and push down here and get a shell into the 92. We should be able to get one more shell out. Ho-Ri's going to try and stop him, but that's not going to stop me. Let's see, and aiming, come on, and bonk! Oh, what? That didn't pen him? That's very odd, I'm not going to lie. Alright, well, Contra Caro's going to get to his side, and let's see. Let's reload. A bonk. Nice. I'm still a little questionative on how that first, or second HE, I guess, on the 92E1 didn't pen him, but I can't get too mad. It was a victory. It was a very, very solid victory as well. We originally were only going to deal about 4,500, but we actually managed to deal 4,685 and pull out one of those golden M's. So as you can see, the gun worked reasonably well, and one of the things that I really enjoyed this game was, again, that high explosive capability. And we can see that really nice HE right here, 610 damage per shot. It's pretty average, to be fair, for the Alpha. Most 460 guns, let's say the Scorpion G or even the SU-130PM, deal 600 on the high explosive. So it makes sense that a 470 does 10 more damage on the HE as well, at 610. But I've always just been a big fan of 600 HE damage. Like, don't get me wrong, more is even better. There's Tier 8 Tank Destroyer, the WZ-111, and that thing has a same 130mm that this tank carries, but it deals 660 on the HE. It's insane. I would love for something like the 5A to have that type of gun, especially because it even has better pen and DPM than the current 5A. But with that aside, I actually really like this gun. It's one of the strengths of the vehicle. While its armor may not be the best on, you know, the lower plate and the tracks, even the hatch, the gun itself on this vehicle is just very enjoyable. Its base dispersion is decent at .344. It's the same as an IS-4, which is actually pretty good. So let's see, up against us we have an E5, T-57 Heavy, Type 71, okay, and a Badger, so they do got some deadly vehicles. We got the Type spotted. I'm hoping, oh, of course we get spotted right through the bush, bro. That's one thing I hate about Falls Creek. I don't understand how the bushes work, ever. Like, okay. Through my gun mantlet. Not even through my gun mantlet. Hits me in between, in the cheek. That's not even, again, that's not something that this tank did wrong. It's nothing I can say wrong about this vehicle. It's just Wargaming screwing me. It's... Alright, well, not a fun start to this game, but their 4005 has indeed killed himself, so I guess that's a bit of good to go off of. We got the Type 71. Unfortunately, the gun did not want to pen him. And I did want to make my way... yeah, I wanted to make my way a little bit more aggressive off towards the side, but the problem is, with the enemy in position there, it's going to be a little tricky to do so with that E50M there. So maybe we can get a pen into the Type's turret cheek. Nope. I'm not getting shot by that 183. That guy can do whatever he wants, but he's not getting a shot into me again. He already got very lucky once. It's not happening twice. So, let's see. Let's see. I'm going to drive up wide, and we're going to see if I can get a clear into this 183. Aiming, and goodbye. You will not be missed. Our 57 Heavy is holding, and he's dealing with the E50M and stuff like that. Oh boy, but he's going to be in a world of pain very, very soon. Let's see if we can get a pen into the hold down Type. What was that? I'm going to be honest, and I've been noticing this a lot lately, but I feel like my RNG is almost rigged against me in a lot of these games. I mean, there's no way that my shell just did that there. That was an incredibly easy shot, and it just... Doesn't matter how good your combat stabilization mechanic is if your shells aren't going to go where you want them to. At this point, our 57 heavy is very low, which is not good. We got the E5 off to the side. The E50M's pushing in. Let's see if I can help out my teammate here. Please give me some room. I was hoping the 57 would give me room to help him out. Unfortunately, looks like that's not going to be the case. Got the Type 71 off to the side. We got the E5 over here. Maybe I can get a shell in. Come on, poke it just a little bit more. There you go. Nice. And a 545 roll. Again, gun hits hard. Dealing 500 damage with a single roll, it feels very powerful. And that is something I obviously enjoy a lot about this tank. If the C5 pokes me again, I should hopefully be able to get another shot out. But we'll see. We'll see. For now, we're just going to wait here patiently. We got the Badger off to the side over here. There you go. At least that one pens. That was a very important shot as well, because it allowed our Vickers Light to finish off the enemy Badger. So we're doing okay right now. We're getting shells out. Enemy Type 71 is, well, he's looking at me. There you go. That's what I was hoping. Okay, this gun's starting to work a bit more. It's, again, unfortunate when it doesn't work, but when it does, it hits really, really hard. We got the 57 heavy over here, and we're gonna bonk him. 553 max roll into his tank, and just like that, we've actually done a decent chunk this game. Okay, but the Type hits me. I'm not even sure where. Shouldn't matter all too much, though. We're gonna try and make our way over to this Type. Even if the Yag and Vickers shoot him, I'm just hoping for one penetrating shot here. So that's really the goal. Let's see if we can get that out. The Type's gonna get bonked by the Yag. And really, I'm hoping at this point he just doesn't max roll me, or really high roll me in any way. There you go, nice shot. I was hoping we could ram him there for a little bit more. But either way, the gun again. The gun, it didn't really like me in this game. The last battle, it didn't like me. In this game, some of those shots, like the one on the lower plate of the Type 71, really? Like, really? I don't know what to say there. But we did fine. We did 3,426 because we got that fire at the beginning on the 183. And even though we had bled a bit of health in the beginning, we were still able to deal a very solid chunk in the end and get another mastery. So at the end of the day, I actually really like the VZ55. There's a lot of people out there that are incredibly cynical about this tank and think that the vehicle is a bit of a failure. But I think, personally, that it's actually a really good vehicle. It definitely takes a bit of skill to learn, and it's not the easiest vehicle to play. As you saw, that 183 hit the most stupid shot in between my spaced armor and a little crack like this big. But he still managed to do it. Very irritating, but hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.